We're talking about like potential breakthroughs in like science and medicine,
Whoa.
even like how businesses make decisions.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine a scientist is trying to solve this like super complex problem, right? They could use deep research to analyze all the studies that already exist and then figure out like what are the most promising approaches.
Yeah,
And they could potentially even uncover connections that like a human researcher might miss.
right.
I mean, it could shave years off research timelines.
Yeah. And you know what else is crazy?
What?
It aced these like insanely hard AI evaluations.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Like what kind of evaluation?
They're called Humanities Last Exam and GIA.
What?
I know.
Those are intense names.
Yeah, they're basically like IQ test for AI, and deep research crushed it,
Okay.
proving it can reason, solve problems, and handle like these super complex stuff way better than anything before.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so one of the GIA tasks involved digging through like a specific scientific journal
Okay.
from like 2012
Wow.
to find an article about a certain nanocompound,
Okay.
but with some really specific criteria.
And I mean, like,
Who even remembers what they had for lunch yesterday, let alone details of a scientific paper from over a decade ago?
no one, I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Right,
That's amazing that it can do that.
but it nailed it.
Wow.
I know, but let's be real.
Yeah,
Every new tech has its quirks, right?
of course.
Like, what about when AI gets stuff wrong
Right.
or spits out information that's just like, yeah, just totally wrong?
I mean, remember, it's still super early days.
Right.
It's kind of like a brilliant student who sometimes jumps to conclusions or misinterprets the homework assignment, you know?
Right.
And they're totally upfront about these limitations.
Yeah.
And they're always working to try to improve accuracy and reduce errors.
So how do we make sure we're using this responsibly then and not just blindly believing everything it tells us?
Right. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, critical thinking is key, right?
Yeah.
Just like you wouldn't trust everything you read on the internet.
Right.
You need to double check the sources,
Uh-huh.
look for other evidence, and basically just use your own good judgment.
Yeah, it's like having a super smart research assistant.
Right.
But you still got to be the one who ultimately decides what's reliable and what's, needs further investigation.
Exactly. It's a tool, not a replacement for human judgment.